in dawdling about for me, but should be doable. Are we live? Where's chat?
Bring up chat.
Chat, there's chat. Uh-huh. Show on stream. If we move it onto my, let's see. I need to do.
You can put it over me
We
first.
move it onto my chest, and people can read my chest. Yeah, nicely accentuates my belly.
I've seen bigger, don't worry. Fantastic. Leighton kicking off again. They were worried that there's thunderstorms because they've chose Florida. Right, I've no problem with the World Cup being in America. I don't, but they've picked the most extreme fucking weather states known to man, like Florida, like and Texas. The climate for those two states is fucking crazy. Texas, fucking desert. Don't get me wrong. There's coastal Texas as well, which is nice. But Florida is the most geologically and atmospheric fucked state in all of the Union, essentially. Why did you pick Florida, you lunatics? Like the ones in like Massachusetts and the Northeast, like New York and New Jersey and stuff like that, they are relatively normal temperate zones, kind of like parts of Europe and stuff. But picking Florida and Texas, you're mad. America, you're mad. Right, Mexico, I get it. But they've got mitigation factors because they're football mad. And the Azteca, oh god, that Azteca was gorgeous. I need to get to that stadium so much. And they're actually saying, I can get my pills in it, well, my medicine in there. Just chat. LMN no P. LMNOP. Funny. Good evening. We have lost Andy. Come back, comrade. Tonight's one's going to be fun. This man is mental. He starts off as a Victorian villain, but as you will find out, he's basically 21st, fucking hell, 20th century. His most interesting time is basically in the 20th century. I'm so old. I was born in the 20th century. Andyless. You've got your lash though. Hello. Still got my gorgeous green hair. Oh, the knuckles and wrist being problematic. Got a gorgeous new keyboard though to help with that. My actual wrist support prevents me from typing normally because it covers all the way up to here, halfway my fingers. I do need it though, oddly enough. I was just explaining to Auntie there, I've got a dentist appointment on Tuesday morning when the weather is evil. 2 dress options, 2 of them. One of them has well, I leave it a secret. I've already said to people what one I'll be wearing. They haven't fully seen it yet. Oh, happy Disability Pride Month, everyone. From your favourite disabled Scottish lass. At 10 o'clock, we do drugs. I will take my pills now. Ah. Aha. Hormones. Pain. Fentanyl patch. Fentanyl patch instead of taking fuck ton of tramadol. Because tramadol evil, apparently. it was losing its efficacy for me anyway. You're not meant to be on it for over a decade. It kind of messes up your pain recognition software. Do we have him back? Yay!
Back somewhere. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thank you.
At 10 p.m., we take drugs.
LAMNOP. Hello. Welcome back.
Oh, happy Disability Pride Month, Andy.
Okay. I should do something about that. Like not have a seizure or something. That sounds like a plan.
That is a good plan.
Try and be a lot happier. Yeah. So that's strange. It's showing. It's showing this is up on Facebook. And LinkedIn and YouTube. Okay. Yeah. So I guess me, you, and Ellie for the moment. Yeah, just enjoy it before the.
If anyone is curious, the pills that I take at 10 p.m. each evening are my second apixaban. It's a blood thinner because estradiol, which is the estrogen part of HRT, the pill form of it, has a nasty habit of causing blood clots. So I am now back on to the hormone patch, which was on when I was a little girl.
Nice.
So I take apixaban. The other one is pregabalin, which is for neuropathy. Rosemary.
Rosie, welcome. So Rosie is off to take my bed, I believe, with Lewis and Warsaw tomorrow. Last minute decision. There's some pizza in the fridge for you.
Pizza in the fridge.
Some I don't know if you can take UHT, but I bought 2 cartons in because I drink a phenomenal amount of coffee. So there's loads of that. Lewis is the biggest bag of strawberries I've ever seen in my life that he can't start eating until about tomorrow, because they were quite ripe. And there's a full jug of yogurt. So if you're eating and drinking cut out for you.
That's a breakfast. That's a breakfast. Just saying. And yes, I do actually mean the pizza as well. I've done it plenty of times. The joys of having a hangover and can't be arsed cooking. Fuck it, cold pizza. Don't do cold burger, anyone. It doesn't taste right.
I'll tell you about this in a minute, about eating in Warsaw. But change the sheets, Rosie. There's a basement which has every bit of linen you possibly can need. Because I left at about 10 to 6 in the morning. I didn't have time to strip my bed sheets or anything. So there's plenty of stuff in the basement. But right, Warsaw, eating in Warsaw, they have these things called milk bars that were started up in the under communism, and they were a method for the state to subsidize like eating, drinking, community experience, because the price of meals was so high, and everything was cooked on site by local volunteers. For the clientele were local people. They were so beloved that even after communism fell, they kept them on. And I think there's about 10 of them in Warsaw. I saw 4 and went into 3, and I had a lovely chat with a fella from London, an older man from London. Because the space can be, there's not a lot of space in some of them, and you have to queue a little bit to order your food, but it's entirely worth it because it's really tasty and it's really cheap. I had a big breast of chicken, a side portion chips, and a cup of coffee, like no European cup, a regular Brit cup of coffee, for £6 14p.
Well, Jill, Warsaw, you might be getting a mad Scottish Marxist visit you.
Why did I say there's filter coffee? There is no filter. There's only hard instant stuff. Yeah, you might wanna. There's about half a jar left. If you're picky about coffee, Rosie, you might wanna buy in some new stuff. But some of the
What kind
prices
of
are,
what kind of coffee is it? What kind of jar coffee is it that you've left?
Oh, it's just instant. Yeah, it's cheap instant. See, the thing about Warsaw is not everything is cheaper than Britain. Some are more expensive. Some are like just like a couple of pennies cheaper. Um, and it's a bit of a mind fuck doing the whole miles because we have like single double digits. Theirs are like so five zloty is a pound. So you might walk in, you might see like a sandwich at a filling station, right? Would cost you 12.99 zloty or 15.99 zloty, which sounds rather expensive, but it's about equivalent to what it is here.
Like £3 or £4.
Hmm?
That's about £3 or £4, roughly. That's actually quite good value. We get scalped here, everyone, by the way, because our economy is not managed properly. Just saying. Mind you, that might be changing. Rachel might be going. Don't know why it's bothering.
Nice. Oh,
Give me more info than Lewis. Instant is fine in the morning. None of your instant crap. I've got a filter. I am an intelligent person. As by the way, thanks for the recommendation from SD Bells.
tis good. Tis
Fantastic
good. There's
That's
a
good.
there's a very popular. Sorry, I just said very cold orangeade. There's a very popular like corner store in Warsaw called is it Zapki or Zapki? It's very similar to the name of the place we stayed, Zapki. We'll call it Zapki for now because that's the only word I can remember. And they're everywhere. They're like at the end of every street. These corner shops. Many of them do, sort of like budge and spar kind of thing, but all of them rolled into one. There's also Carrefour, which is different chain, and there's an awful lot of them. They do these hot dogs, which Lewis became quite enamored with. And essentially, they're big, like really well built frankfurters, and they're on a hot plate and they're turning over. But they serve them in this kind of panini that's rather than being like an open panini, it's completely enclosed except for a hole down the middle where you slip the sausage. And it's really good. It's about 9 zloty, which is about £2.
Yeah, roughly.
And they're very tasty, yeah. So
you might not be able to tell because of the camera that I'm using, which is a bit odd, really. I did actually wash my hair earlier. To be honest. By the way, for full clarity, when it's fully brushed out, it's down past my shoulder blades now. He's threatening me with clippers. Yeah, that's going to happen.
So we've not got very many in tonight. Is there something else happening that people would rather go to? Football or something?
The Burks are going, and they're going to be covering that absolute waste of human potential, Rupert Lowe, I'm glad. I apologise to Lewis. I'm sorry, my dude. Because I want to
No,
be able to respond to that fucking bastard and what he said about Dunblane.
no
My
fucking way.
teacher lost a child.
We've got the
They started
best
at 9.
fucking stream. I'm completely out of the loop on British politics at the moment. Apart from Farage is gone, Ben Face is challenging him, Mr. Fox is in, and apparently Adam Whittingham has no comment on any of it.
If anyone was wondering what I was talking about there, Rupert Lowe is scum. I dare you to visit Perth, Rupert. Honestly, I won't be there. I live in Glasgow. Feel free to come to Glasgow as well if you want. I really want to talk to you.
Let's talk about tonight's. I don't know. Actually, is there any point in doing what we're going to do tonight? Like, if we just hang with Elle and Rosie? Is there anybody else in?
Entirely up to you.
Just the four of us. Yeah, fuck it.
Well, we were planning for this for a while ago. I didn't think England would get this far. I thought they would have got out the group stages and got absolutely fucking destroyed. Apparently not. I thought, right, they're not going to get past Mexico. They're not. They can't do it. Especially in the Azteca. Fuck. Sorry, England. I do apologize. My English fans, I love you desperately. You're amazing people. You enjoy football just like I do. But I really thought England would struggle out the group stages. I really did.
You're spending an awful lot of energy on this, Kitty, for somebody who claims not to care about it.
It's not that I care about football. I just never thought that England would actually put.
It's because it's England, really, isn't it? It's your
probably
English racism.
Oh no! I was just as brutal to my home team, my home nation, because Scotland. Okay. We had such a huge opportunity there, right? Don't get me wrong. I didn't think we'd get past Brazil. Obviously, because the last 3 World Cups, they've been in our fucking group.
Have you had your medication yet, Katie?
Mum suggested that I might need to go and chill pills.
Yeah, I think so. I've got about 8 chill pills. So it's Take Your Meds Time, our popular feature that has like won us many YouTube awards. It's a child's game, football. It's little boys kicking a bit of leather about, a rubber.
It's actually composite now. Material science has moved on. And yes, it did used to be pig's leather, by the way, everyone. And that wasn't that long ago. That was back in the 50s and 60s. Material science has progressed quite far since then. But yeah, it's basically an inflated ball, inflated sphere. Specifically designed for World Cups now since about the 90s, roughly.
Right. So while we try and work out if we're going to do tonight's stream as planned, I'm going to have a cigarette. So I got back home at about 8 o'clock this morning after spending 8 hours on the ferry, and it was quite a weird experience. So yeah, I get to a Polish questions and answer session. Ask me anything about Warsaw. I'm still very up for it. Go ahead.
What's the food like? Like the local cuisine. The only Polish food I know is pierogi. They do look tasty.
Yeah, so I was with Lewis, who has, yay, we have a third Clydecast Studios. Welcome, Clydecast. So food in Warsaw. So I was with a young man who seems to think McDonald's is any kind of thing that should be included in a diet. So he's not particularly sophisticated in that sense. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying, or it would swear at me for saying. I don't care either way.
Send him my way. I will get that boy taught.
Oh, Kitty,
Sorry,
you're too
Lewis.
optimistic. You're too naively optimistic.
Fair enough.
You know, you're welcome to try. I'd love to see that. So I didn't eat a lot. I did eat some dumplings, and Lewis did too, to be fair to him, with like a meat filling, and they were absolutely gorgeous. Like just this wee pocket of meat, but there was so much taste and flavor from it. I had some kind of weird potato thing with goulash, but it tasted like ham. I'm not quite sure what was going on.
Oh, cool.
That's good, Rosie. He is quite a good cook, Lewis, to be fair, but he leaves the kitchen like a bomb site behind him. So yeah, best of luck. There is a dishwasher, but there's not enough dishes to go in it. So yeah, if worst comes to the worst, he's got quite curly hair, so you could use that as like a cleaning tool. Yeah. We should. I've got number 4 in. Welcome, guest number 4. Yeah. We could talk a bit about what we were going to do tonight's stream on. Which was shall we get into it, She-Hulk? You're She-Hulk now. That's one of my names for you. Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer.
So tonight we're going to stream on Trevish Lincoln, who is kind of to get your head around Trevish Lincoln. If you've ever seen Forrest Gump or Quantum Leap, the popular TV show with Scott Bakula, where he leaps about in time through historical events. But if you think of like you unstraighten all that, so it is like linear. But instead of being like somebody really nice like Dr. Sam Beckett or somebody quite nice like Forrest Gump, if you flip that over and you get this guy who's like a real piece of shit, who manages to get caught up in almost every major world event in the space of his lifetime, which I think he was born 1879, died 1943. So there's quite a lot of major world events in that period. He was born in Pax, which is in southern Hungary. 1879. His dad was a grain merchant, quite a well-respected one, but there was a big financial crash and he lost everything. His mother was a distant relation to the Rothschilds, I think. But they didn't have an awful lot of money. They were a big family, all boys, 6 boys. Trebich was the 4th. So he was involved in quite a bit of competition with his brothers. And about 1893 or so, Trebich would have been about 14. They moved to Budapest. Trebich spent a summer with family in Pressburg in Germany, where he picked up a bit of German to add to his skills in speaking Hungarian and Yiddish. You okay, Katie? You microphone enabled? No? Flashing light. Okay. So yeah, and um, uh, Trebich enrolled, I think, when he was about 16 or 17, at one of the big Budapest theatrical centers, the Academy for Drama and Art, where he trained as an actor. But he wasn't a very good student. In fact, he was absolutely terrible. Seemed to spend, like, failed constantly every degree. Seemed to spend a bit more time into stealing things from people, which was kind of his big like he would go in and he would steal, specialized in pickpocketing watches and reselling them for the value. Um, and it's kind of there's some kind of big riot about this time around the composer Gustav Mahler, where one of the concert halls exploded into just students kicking over tables and chairs and destroying the place. I quite wonder if Trebich had something to do with that. Um, sorry. But anyway, when he was about 20, he made a brief sojourn over to London. So this was kind of a constant for Trebich. A lot of his identity was bound up in travel. He was kind of obsessed. His biographer Wasserstein says that for him, like, travel was like a disease. He had to do it. He was like completely restless with stuff. Um, so he traveled over to dot 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 Katie. He traveled over to London about 1898, 1899 for the Queen's. Some old Queen was being coronated or other. Um, so he hung about in East End of London. What's this? What's this? Oh, she'll be back in a minute, I guess. Um, uh, so yes, he hung about in East End of London, and he got involved with. He was homeless, and he got involved with his homeless shelter, which was the Society for the Promotion of Christianity to the Jews. And because Trebich was Jewish, he could use that as an identity paper to get in there. And this was like a very sort of strict kind of brethren like homeless shelter. They had, just watch for Katie coming back in, they had curfew times, they had like very strict rules that people who stayed there were expected to follow. It was run by a man called Reverend Lipschitz, which amuses me a little bit. Um, Suffice to say, Trevitz was a very impetuous, very stubborn, angry young man who liked to talk constantly to people, who didn't like people challenging him on stuff. Um, and he kind of butted heads with like people all around him. Let's welcome Katie back into the stream, and her mic in yet. Sorry, I pressed that. Is she back? Is she going? Katie, have you got audio yet? Doesn't seem so. Is your USB mic not working? Yeah, so so he moved to this London Society for the Promotion of Christianity among the Jews. Had a bunch of like various homes in various places. He had another outfit in Bristol, so he went over to Bristol. Liked it even less. Moved back to London, and got bored there, and yeah. So then he moved back home to Budapest for a while. And I'm gonna pick that up when Katie gets her mic fixed. This might just be an abandoned stream kind of thing. Well, we'll see how it goes. So the reason I know so much about this guy, and there's essentially this is just like one small TT 10-minute chapter in what is essentially like has to be a 6-hour kind of 2-3 hour streams. I'm one of the foremost experts on this guy in Britain. What I think we might do is if I pull up a little animation on him, which covers his life in about 4 or 5 minutes, and if Katie can get her mic fixed, she can pop up into the middle of the animation. So let's see if I can do that now. There we go. Let's get through the adverts for you. Okay. This is a little animation by a friend of mine, Logan Productions. So I'll give this a wee play. It's about 5 minutes, and if Katie comes back in, she can test her mic in the middle of it. Oh.
Said before that Roman von Ungern-Sternberg. Hey audience, remember how I've said before that Roman von Ungern-Sternberg, go watch that video, is probably the weirdest historical figure of the earliest 20th century? Well, I was wrong, because I found someone who's even more weird. His name is Ignaz Trubisky Lincoln. Also, plug for my Patreon. Okay, thanks guys. So our story starts in 1879 in the town of Pax, Hungary, where a young boy is born to Jewish parents. Note the Jewish part for later. When he was 20, he flunked the Hungarian Art Academy and left for London. In London, Ignaz met up with some Christian missionaries who converted him to Judaism. He became fairly stable and went to Montreal to do some missionary work on behalf of the Anglican Church. He got his superiors though and quit because he didn't get paid enough. So he returned to London. He was able to become a British citizen, and after getting food from Levo and Roundtree, things made up to me for some reason. The parliamentary seat of Darlington. In 1902 moved up to able to serve for a year, however, as MPs at the time were not paid, and he was broke. After that, he went around Europe and basically was a con man for a while. So our story gets weird. He ended up somehow becoming a spy for the Germans during World
Katie?
Hello?
Hello.
Oi, oi.
Hi.
Hi. We can hear you. It was a bit of a rough background noise, but we can hear you. We can't see you yet.
That's weird. I've got my camera on.
Hold on. Participants. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see.
That one?
No.
Huh. Give me a minute. Yeah, that's right. Come. That. Oh, God. Am I going to have to do this?
Lefty fucking tech.
Shush. The leftist is working on it. Please, just my back of your camera. I've managed to get the audio working. I figured out what was going wrong. Someone was sending me a voice note over Discord, and that gets priority apparently. All right, go there. What do you mean unplugged? Oh, fine. Take the mirror off.
Let's see. Have you enabled your camera?
Yeah.
On Fatiguestream. Oh, right. Oh, welcome back, Kitty.
Oh. Let's see if I can change it to my actual one sitting here. Let's see. Oh no. Yeah. It's not recognizing my Huey. You can notice the side view of me, and hope I'm going to have to keep on filming this down. Brilliant. You've got a side view of Katie. Better than nothing, I guess. I can turn around and say hello. Hi.
Well, sure, we'll roll the video and see if we can get into it. I'm feeling a bit drained, honestly, but maybe I'll get my second wind. Okay, let's just roll this Logan video as a sort of an introduction.
Remember how I've said before that Roman von Ungern Sternberg is probably the weirdest historical figure of the early 20s. I was wrong. I found someone who's even more weird, and his name is Ignaz Trishy Lincoln. Plug for my Patreon, thanks guys. So our story starts in 1879 in the town of Pax, Hungary, where a young boy is born to Jewish parents. Note the Jewish part for later. When he was 20, he flunked out of the Hungarian Art Academy and then left London. In London, Ignaz met up with some Christian missionaries who converted him from Judaism. He became fairly zealous in his faith and went to Montreal to do some missionary work on behalf of the Anglican church. He got mad at his superiors, though, because he didn't believe he was being paid enough, so he returned to London. He was able to become a British citizen and acting friendly with a prominent figure in the Liberal Party, C.O. Rowntree. That name looks made to me for some reason. Ignaz ran for the parliamentary seat of Darling, which upset. He was only able to serve for a year, however, as MPs at the time were not paid, and he was broke. After that, he went around Europe and basically was a con man for a while. So, this is where our story kind of gets weird. He ended up somehow becoming a spy for the German World War I. He was sent to Britain to do spy stuff, and I guess somehow he got caught in America. Ended up hearing the New York Times. So after finding out about this, he got captured and served 3 years in prison and was released in 1919. After roaming around Europe for a while, he ended up in the Weimar Republic right-wing movement. He participated in the Cat Push, where he met a man named Adolf. Don't know if you heard about him. After that push eventually failed, he fled to Austria into the White International.
Which was in about 3 seconds is what we were planning on covering tonight. Hi, Omaha. Rosie says sound is awful. I don't know if that was from the video stream or mine or Katie's. Can we do?
Hopefully
yeah, Omaha,
it's not.
we're
I think it
a
might.
tech crash.
I'm fine now. Just ignore the side view if you can.
Can we have a sound check, audience? Please.
What I think Rosie was saying earlier on is when I watched it earlier, that video, the sound is a bit janky in it.
Oh, really? I hadn't picked up.
Yeah, I think it's the video. I don't know if what software that the YouTuber was using.
Okay, so let's see if I can throw an image into the chat. Hey, could you turn off your Discord because the things are really neurodiverse in me.
Notifications.
And we were meant to be able to bring in images, but those aren't working now. Irritating. Graphics. No. Yeah. Oh, janky. Right. Okay. Katie, get the ball rolling.
Oh God.
Tell me something or ask me something about Trevich Lincoln. Or come on now, I've been fucking traveling for a whole day. It's your turn to carry the weight. Ask me something or answer something. Early life.
This right. I just split it in half wholesale for these two parters. Short, swarthy, heavy accented fantasist and exhibitionist wriggled his way to the top of 3 closed elites: Edwardian liberalism, German militarism, and Chinese Buddhism. Confidence, charm, and fluency, a nimble mind, and keen antenna for the powerful in search of reassurance all played their part. Is that Matthew Paris of The Spectator? Wow.
Yeah, so this guy's like strange because he's got an absolutely fascinating story, but he's barely known at all. There should be a major motion picture or BBC TV series or something. So this period of his kind of is early life. Yeah. Um, oh my, sorry, my head's swimming. I don't know if I can carry on tonight. There's just an awful lot to talk about. And I
We
wonder
can.
would it be better doing the stream just hanging out
That's fine.
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you traveling for?
Well, yesterday was I left. Well, I got about 4 hours sleep in Warsaw. I left about 10 to 6, and I got back home at about 8 this morning. So in all that time, 26 hours, I got about 4 hours kip on the boat.
Mm.
It was quite intense. Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah. 2.5 hour flight from Warsaw to Liverpool. Spend most of the day in Liverpool. Like camped out at the Weatherspoons. Got to meet Stephen O'Brien, who was the fanzine editor for the Press Gang fanzine in the 90s. And like this was like Stephen Moffat's first show, so nobody had heard of him, and like he would get random phone calls from Stephen Moffat and Dexter Fletcher and Julius Valhalla because they were all at the beginning of their career, and they were all like very open to meeting him. So
Oh, fuck.
he was telling me all about that, and I've kind of been soft inducted into the Press Gang core fandom Illuminati. So it was explained to me how it might be possible for me to do an interview with Stephen Moffat or Dexter Fletcher. Not like this month, but certainly with Moffat within this year wouldn't be inconceivable. So that's quite nice. Rosie wrote some time back she'll have to have a meet with you in Glasgow at some point. It sounds absolutely like a plan. Um, what are you messing about with the mic again? No, we can't hear you. How was the beer in Warsaw? I didn't I didn't actually have any beer. It's an oversight on my part, but um, I'm always kind of like on guard as regards my epilepsy and drinking. Oh, I did. I actually had a couple of beers, not in a pub, but Lewis bought some in for me, and I bought some. I had a really nice IPA in a bottle from Lidl. It was a German IPA or Polish IPA with cherry in it. It was quite nice. Yeah. Tyskie is a and Lek are my favorites. Tyskie is a very popular, um, widely sold, widely branded beer. If it's not mess with it. Um, yeah. Uh, oh, Katie's gone again. Yeah, it was a very hot week. And that kind of makes sightseeing quite difficult. Women there, really hot women, and they were really into me, which is like, I mean, I had more attention. I use a Bumble dating app, which is like a pro women dating app that if you match, it's left up to the woman to make the first move, which suits me, frankly, um, cause various issues. Um, but I had loads of connects, loads of chats. That was really nice. I spent a lot of time walking around the old town of Warsaw, which is all like cobblestones and loads of cafes and bars. And that was quite nice, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck for words for once. Usually I could talk and talk and talk, but I'm just really tired and really annoyed and bit dehydrated. I've got tonight is CNA orangeade with floaty ice cubes. I took the Stena ferry from Liverpool to Belfast and Belfast to Liverpool, and it's a very long journey. It's about 8 hours. Whereas the Belfast to Stranraer or Cairnryan in Scotland is about 2 hours. There were various theories floated on why the Liverpool connection is 8 hours, including nuclear waste dumps in the Irish Sea, which I'm not entirely sure is an accurate thing. So if you're ever forced to travel on the Belfast to Liverpool 8 hour ferry, I might recommend, particularly overnight, finding £30 to spend in the Stena Plus Lounge, which is a quiet, no children, no pets kind of space. There's a snack buffet, which isn't really enough for a meal unless you have loads and loads of plates, which is what I did. But as a result of being in the Stena Plus Lounge, I have loads of biscuits. I have like about 2 bottles of Tango, 2 bottles of Heineken. I think I heard your mic there, Katie.
Hello.
Hello again, Katie Marshall. Scottish.
I have returned with audio. I've lost my fucking. I don't use my other one.
When do you travel, Rosie? You tomorrow? You're right.
Yep. Much better. I hate this weather. I really do. Hello, everyone. Hopefully, no more fuck ups. I do apologise.
When do you travel, Rosie? Are you out tomorrow, flying from Scotland to Warsaw, Modlin, maybe? Modlin Airport is like a really teensy tiny airport. So we flew in. I forget what the name of the the big one in Warsaw, the main one. It's quite big. Modlin I flew out of, and it is taxi tomorrow at 5:30. Is that from Modlin, or no? It couldn't be, because you'd be from the house. Modlin is like 4 gates. It's really small. How can I move this so that the text would cover my beautiful face? Yeah, there's this. Oh God, I'm seizing up with words because it's really hard to describe. Right, so there's a smoker's hut in Modlin, and essentially it's like this glass casing within the actual airport itself. There's no air. It's not outside at all. It's like on the corner of duty free and with a gate around it, and it's like can see you like in this. So it fits about 4 people, and there's ventilation shafts that don't work. The ashtrays, one of them was one ashtray on either side, and one of them was absolutely bunged up. It was really disgusting. I went in for about 3 draws and put my cigarette out. When a cigarette smoker is disgusted by your conveniences, that's when you know you're on a bad trip. It's when you know you need to sort shit out. Yeah.
I should have actually guessed. So you flew into what would be the equivalent of like Prestwick.
I don't know what was. No, I think it would probably be more the equivalent of. I don't know. Certainly of like a Heathrow or Gatwick or Luton.
Not their main international.
Yeah, Modlin would be flying out through Modlin would have been more smaller, much small, very small airport.
Nah. I was taking your pun. I thought, right, it's either going to be one of those 2 people because they're famous and stuff, but their main international airport is Warsaw Chopin, because obviously I should have just taken a guess and went with my first gut instinct. I was thinking Lech Walesa, Polish Pope. Should have went with the pianist because I got forced to play him as a child. Mind you, in saying that, I actually liked playing Chopin when I was younger. Not now. These don't work. You flying out from Glasgow, Rosemary. Have fun. Yes, the main thing that's holding me back from going over to parts of Europe would be, right, no, I've got my ABT card and stuff because obviously having the NHS, we've got reciprocal agreements. It never went completely batshit due to Brexit, obviously, and we came up with this agreement, and hopefully, Andy, can you hear us? Bring back Erasmus, thanks. That's nice, a good idea. That would be good.
There is what you should try and do is get hold of is EHIC, European Health Card, and it's free. And if you run into any bothers, there are some agreements in place between Britain and Europe for carriers of an EHIC, European Health Card, or a Global Health Card. I think it's pretty much the same.
Does Poland have like an NHS? Do you know?
Say again?
Does Poland have like an NHS? Like a safety net or something?
As part of Europe, there's quite a good health system. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I didn't research terribly, but I suspect it's sort of free access. Not quite in the same way as the NHS, but probably not too far removed from it. Certainly far, far better than America, which is just a barbaric system.
For-profit healthcare can fuck off.
I can't quite get my head around what Americans have to go through. If I grew up there, I'd probably be dead.
Oh, yeah. I did two. I repeat, two. Everyone, I'm never going to be able to go over. So what I've suggested, if I want to meet up with my supermod and her wife, Canada is easy for them to get to. In Canada, I can get into with all my meds because Canada, kind of intelligent a little bit, especially where healthcare is concerned. Said, why would you want to block people like that? But hormones. She's in her 40s. She's going through the menopause. But before, under the age of 30, they would decide, trans. No, other issues. Shut up.
I made my decision many, many years ago, long before I knew about America's healthcare system. In a country where it's legal to buy and carry guns, and many people do and think this is a right of pride, against me growing up in a war zone, I just decided I didn't want any part of that. And I mean, America is a hugely uninviting place for people now under Trump. But Canada is somewhere I'd be interested in taking a trip.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever will. Certainly, Warsaw on my last day there, I really didn't want to leave. Very much, and I guess in love with the place. I don't know if I will make a point to go back, but yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, I felt like the first time, like I haven't really seen enough of it.
I know. Closer to home for me, at least. The two you've probably spent time in. Well, obviously you're from one of them. On my bucket list, because I've only been to each of them once. Belfast and Dublin. There's still plenty for me to actually do and see in both the fucking places. Mind you, in saying that, if I ever get back over, you're going to be my personal guide. I will hire you.
I will certainly gladly do that for the Perrys. I would recommend, actually, like Belfast or Dublin are fine, but bear in mind they are capital cities, and you get everything that comes with a capital city. One of those. So it's absolutely worth like taking the time to go somewhere and stay for a few nights off the beaten track. In the north, that would be the North Coast, the Game of Thrones filming locations of Giant's Causeway sort of area, Rathlin Island, Ballycastle, where your relatives are. In the south of Ireland,
I've already been offered accommodation in Ballycastle because that's where my sisters-in-law.
It's a lovely place, Ballycastle. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the south of Ireland, you would be, I hear, but Cork and Donegal as beautiful places. I've never been to. I've probably been to Donegal. I just can't connect it. Galway is also absolutely gorgeous. It's a bit of a multi-hour train journey from Dublin out to Galway, but it's absolutely beautiful. And if you had any kind of car rental or transport, or even like if you could stick buses, like just being able to observe the scenery along what they call the wild Atlantic is beautiful. And there's a couple of even islands.
Yay!
The Irish Islands. Yeah.
Stepdad, he's got family. His cousin runs a hotel in Anacre. And he's got like friends and family members who live in like Letterkenny and Donegal itself. So I've got plenty of options for the northern part of the island, essentially. And if I work it correctly, when I've talked to my stepdad's cousin, says, what if we want to go like south? Because I've been recommended shit. Here's my W. What Wickford. You remember it. Don't add guns with shitloads of coffee addiction.
Rosie asks, did either of you hear Rupert Lowe's comments about Dunblane? Yeah, we were talking briefly about that earlier. So he had... do you want to remind me again of the context in which he said it and what he said?
Yeah, I don't know the bit leading up to it. So everyone, Rupert Lowe, founder of Restore UK, was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and I don't know what question Rogan asked him or anything, and he says, "Why should my dad have lost the right to go out and do like clay-pit shooting and hunting that just for one murder? You won't, mate." 16 children, primary one children, I hasten to add, and a teacher got murdered before he took himself out, by the way. Andy Murray and his brother were at the school at the time. He was 8 years old. I can't remember how old his brother was. But they were both in primary school, and this happened literally in class. Then the minute they heard this starting, the teachers in all the other classrooms basically told them to close the doors over, hide under the desk, or into the stationery cupboard or whatever. He was only 8. He details it experientially, and he was disgusted, as he should be. Thank you, Andy Murray. Much appreciation for that one. But yeah, saying it was just one murder, and his dad lost the right to go out and do shooting and stuff. Rupert, fuck right off. Thanks. That is still a scar in my home city, by the way, you fucker. If you want to find someone to talk to about this, you know where to find me. Ghoulish. I hope no one ever votes for Restore UK. Ever. That man is a fucking lunatic and a monster now. Just fuck off. Even Joe Rogan, with his face, I've actually seen a clip of his face when he says that one murder line. You're meant to push back, Joe. What the fuck, man? You know exactly what it's like. And as an right, obviously, Second Amendment and all that fucking bollocks. Even his face shows that, no, I'm sure kids died. So that one experience for the UK and to a huge extent my home shire, yeah, that shaped who we are, thanks. Way to disregard our feelings and shit like that, Rupert, you fucking, you monster. No. Then everyone in the leftist community and in wider British society, when he said that, he said, what? No, kids died and we fixed that. We got rid of that part of gun rights here. Plus, you have to go through back security checks and shit like that. You get a psychological interview. So the one that is most close to us internationally would be Japan. They don't like it as much as we do. And you have to go through psychological testing. And even if you pass a proficiency in how to maintain a firearm, if you don't pass the psychological check, you ain't getting it. So, a lot more saner. That's why I get so fucking pissed off with all the mass shootings over there. We done it once. That happened once here, murder of children. On a side tangent for this one, that's under the 150-year rule. So none of us are going to find out.
Dunblane was the one that was about 96, yeah?
It was 1996, yeah.
Yeah, so that was quite pivotal in reforming Britain's gun laws. There was also a copycat incident in Australia, which was actually, I think, a bit more serious in terms of body count.
It was, yeah.
And the killer there said they were directly inspired by the Dunblane shooter. Yeah, horrible tragedy. And like, I mean, we can believe Rupert Lowe's a very stupid fuckwit, right? That's not hard.
Easily.
But
yeah,
we can also believe and would say that sort of thing just to get attention, like some petulant, like some child with a behavioral disorder. And the press need to take a stand against him the way they've done Farage just last week. They need to crush that fucknut.
Yeah. Has Manfrog said anything about what Rupert said? Or is he too busy being a prima donna? I hope the bin wins.
Do you know what I could do? You know what my work here. I'm gonna see if I can share some bin face memes I picked up on this.
I never noticed you there, John. Sorry.
Give us a wee minute.
Praise be everyone. John the Brazen in chat.
Hi, John. We are just taking a chill stream tonight. It's like change.
Yeah.
The intended.
Oh, Howard. Yeah. Ah. I won't score. Give me score.
It's very hot. I can see out my window. I meant to show you. I can see a bonfire directly across the lock out of my window. It must be a very tall one. That would be White Abbey, which is a bit of a Protestant Unionist loyalist kind of thing. I don't think you can see it if I turn my camera around. Yeah, actually you can.
Holy fuck, yes.
Do you see those three orange dots?
Yeah.
The one right at the back is a... Oh, hold on. If I... Let's see...
Oh, by the way, everyone, the reason that is happening where Andy is, yes, tomorrow it is the glorious 12th. So this is the anniversary for the Battle of the Boyne. And how they... A lot of Unionists who are Scottish left yesterday from Glasgow.
If you don't want to know what a unionist is, it's somebody who's a compulsive masturbator who does like 8, 9, 10 times a day.
I couldn't mention more to you about
that's really painful. The whole pleasure you get from an orgasm just completely, they don't experience that at all. Just utter pain. It's very, very strange.
It is very strange. I also saw you what? That's curious, Rosemary. I also saw a Muslim guy in Glasgow saying that immigrants are taking over Glasgow. It's like 0.5% of the city. But that's lots. That's 0.5% of 600,000. That's fucking nothing.
What does Bonavent mean? Does that mean John's?
Good evening.
Oh, cool.
I think. Sorry, France. Sorry, French language.
Hey, look at what's been going on in my Facebook page. I can't. This is private, so I can't share it except here. Yeah, there we go.
Nigel isn't working.
That's a nice.
Content's better off in bin face. Nigel barely fucking works. I hope you lose, Manfrog. You fucking deserve nothing less, sincerely. Oh, I like that one. That's fun.
Yep.
Oh no, I'm glad I'm not a unionist.
Offers at 5 million and above.
The day clocked and stood still. That is a play on The Day the Earth Stood Still.
There's
There's two versions. So that's
a few
60s
classic.
for that one.
Ted Rogers from popular game show 321.
Dusty Gun.
Dusty Vin and now Count Face. Look at this one now. Look at this. This is great.
Oh, Count Face saves Clacton. Oh, people are having far too much fun. You'll have to see it though, chat. You'll have to see it.
Yeah. That's ticking all the right boxes of the 1950 monster trope.
Yeah.
Similar sort of material. That looks quite patriotic, I think.
Make former prime ministers do national service. My God.
Nice.
Could you imagine that happening? Who have we got? What former PMs do we have? They're all mostly Tories, oddly enough.
Oh yeah. You really want to push Tony Blair out of a plane over Iraq? That would be fun.
National service is far too much for the Tory ghouls from 2010 onwards. Well, yes.
Now this should be a student bedsit poster, really.
It should be.
Okay, I think this needs a zoom up. You have people of Clacton, your country needs you. You have the opportunity to deliver the funniest election result ever. If you elect Count Binface, Nigel Farage will be totally humiliated and he will be finished in politics forever. Clacton upon Sea will go down in history and will be world famous. You will become a must-see town in Britain and you will see a huge lift in tourism. 100. The bragging rights for people being the people who finished off Farage in the most humiliating way will be off the scale. Even his offers of touring the US on the public speaking circuit will disappear as he will look ridiculous. Elect Count Binface. Go on. You know you want to. Have they done up Farage in Kitchener?
Yeah.
Nice touch.
I like that one. The rivalry between him and fucking not Glaston, Lloyd George. For more on that, check out our previous live stream of the Shell Crisis. David Lloyd George can go and do one. That was the last ever Liberal government, by the way.
Oh, Katie, that was just made for you. Look at that.
Yes!
That's monster. It's so
Love it. Adam West Batman. So they had those sort of speech bubbles with weird sort of words, but yes, how indeed. Back in the sea with you, man frog.
Very dynamic piece of artwork.
Yeah. Whoever done that one, genius, fucking genius. Brexit built. Look at the name of the boat. Brexit Builder. Yeah. He already does in certain aspects, Omaha, because obviously keep Britain tidy.
Was he one of the ones that said if that he would leave Europe or he would leave Britain if such and such happened and didn't bother?
I've lost track of all like obviously just slightly before the referendum and like ever since, like after it and shit. This man can't keep quiet about it. Said we were betrayed. We never got the Brexit we wanted. You weren't going to get the Brexit you wanted. You fucking lunatic. You know exactly what it was going to be like, because you know how the 4852. I hate those two numbers. Fucking hell. But yeah.
Now that's nice. That looks like a poster that could be printed out and stuck anywhere, really, just to stop rubbish and racism.
Well, like that. Keep Britain tidy. No more rubbish excuses.
Oh, naughty words. Yay.
Oh, naughty.
Bin cunt face with count bin face.
To win by a landfill majority. Oh, I love it. Oh, that looks vaguely vampire, like Nosferatu or Dracula get up that he's wearing there.
Keeping politics trashy since 2019. What's next? Ik ben een beleider. There we go. That's a nice little boost. Bitcoin. Like, so those of you who cannot see, Rosemary was saying, I'm investing in Bitcoin. Fun. Keep us posted, Rosemary. How do you see it? It's going to be a shit show. Well, it's already started, as we can see. This by-election is going to be fucked, and it's going to be delicious watching it. And seeing it, he was nearly crying as it, oh, man, frog tears, give me more. Thank you. Seriously, I hope he loses. I really do. But the current opinion polls has got him on like damn near 60% of the vote for Clacton. They did say if like all your establishment ones, and now side note, Andrew Storr, because they're no establishment, he's a lunatic. So all your establishment ones, your Green, Labour, Lib Dem, Tories, they're saying, no, we're not involving ourselves in this farce. Fair enough. I get it. There have been so many Draculas, you're correct, Omaha. My camera doesn't really pick up what I can see really well with my eyes, which is that bonfire over the loch, which is like absolutely blazing. It's like a small comet has landed.
Yeah.
Nigel, welcome.
Nigel! Everyone, go and follow a couple of Burks. This is Burke Senior. Hello, Nigel. Where is Junior? Or is Junior knackered? Oh, God, no. Junior's dealing with 4 dogs. 2 of his own and 2 he's looking after. It's a lot of dogs.
Yeah, I mean, what's gonna... Like, are Clacton really gonna vote Farage back in with like a big percentage? Because they're just gonna be the most hated town in England, as if they weren't already. Most mocked town.
I feel for the people of Clacton. I do. They fell for they drank the Kool-Aid essentially. We've been talking about like people on the left. Don't get me wrong. I'm not old enough to have started commentating on him back in the day when he was part of UKIP or something, or being a Tory party. By the way, everyone, he was a Tory party member to begin with. Who'd have thunk it? So most of them, like there's people who have entered politics who have went straight into either the Brexit party or Reform, blah blah blah. People my age, make it make sense, please. Thank you. But all your older Tory voters who got fed up with how the Tories were actually
around the country, a lot of them jumped ship. So they all still hold, they're all mostly Thatcherites, and most of them are retired. Like the ones that get me the most are either late Gen Xers like myself, or like people born between like 74 onwards who basically started voting when Blair got his landslide. So that sort of era of like my cohort essentially, I find it a bit trouble. Don't get me wrong, some of them were like that in the way they were born and brought up, but like millennials and Zoomers, I just find that you've been born into an era where the neoliberal consensus basically destroyed us, myself included. That people that young becoming fucking Reform or Brexit or anything like that, or Tory, it's what the, they hate us. They hate yous. They don't give you any sort of decent policies, and he's not any different. He's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, we're trying to educate people. Can
you remember what Farage won when he was elected? Like what sort of it was? I think it was a healthy majority, wasn't it?
Oh, I can't remember. Give me a second. I think it's somewhere around 10,000. Clacton-on-Sea. Okay, we'll just speak it. Clacton-on-Sea constituency. Go, Clacton.
Like, because the Clacton voters could well sort of take account for their mistake last time. It seems like looking at a few of those memes that if they elect Boonface or Fox, you know, this is their chance at a shot of redemption, of glory, of just like forgetting that they elected Farage last time and achieving something higher. And there's nothing in it for them in electing Farage, and they know it.
So his majority is 8,405. That's about average essentially. The turnout was 58%. Better than most places, don't get me wrong. The one that came second was a Tory. So Manfred got 46.2% of the vote. The Tory got 28% of the vote. Labour got 16.2% of the vote. Lib Dems got 4, they lost their deposit. The Greens got 4.2%, and Independent got 0.6. All the other ones are all below 1%. That's it. So the Lib Dems so the Lib Dems and the Greens are basically so you've got your two main parties essentially. So the Tories previously held Clacton, I believe.
I have here an Ipsos poll.
Bring it.
Boonface versus Farage. It says 1 in 3 British adults, 33% would prefer Count Boonface to win the Clacton by-election, giving him a 12-point lead over Farage at 21%. 32% say neither of them, and 13% don't know. Nearly 3 in 4, 74%, state that the Parliamentary Standards Commissioner should be investigating whether the Reform leader broke parliamentary rules. 73% say investigations should continue even if Farage wins a by-election, which I think it has to by law.
I'll quickly explain to everyone. So the commissioner for this, whoever they are, they go through it all. Then they said, right, yeah, here you go. Yes, I think you should investigate. And then the Parliamentary Privileges Committee, who is made up by MPs, essentially, varying levels. The distribution depends on the intake, the previous intake, essentially. So it's now in their hands. And it looks like they're going to say, yeah, you broke the fucking rules. And if you get more than 10 days suspension, like you're not allowed to come to Parliament, they still get paid. They're just not allowed to enter that. They're still not allowed to go and participate in debates and do voting and blah, blah, blah. So if you get over a 10-day suspension from this committee, it gets sent out and a recall petition goes out, and 10% of the Clacton, we don't know if it's the actual electorate size of the number of people in Clacton or the people who are on the voter rolls. If more than 10% say, yes, let's recall this bastard, and if more than 10% of the constituency vote yes, he is binned, get yeeted. Then they do another.
I have to go on with this Ipsos poll story because there's more. 69% of people support Count Binface's policy of restoring the price of a 99p flake to 99p, and 53% back capping croissant prices at £1. However, others proposed policies. This is Ipsos, by the way. Ipsos, there we go. Other proposed policies have more middling support, with 36% opposing forcing rule-breaking cyclists to ride unicycles. Perhaps surprisingly, just 32% support abolishing VAR. I don't know what that is.
Go like technology, video assistant refereeing. It's basically
Right.
it's the fourth official who stands on the sideline. So you've got your main ref who makes all the decisions on the pitch, plus his assistants. They used to be called linesmen, but they're assistant referees. But you've got the fourth official who checks the video. They went for the wrong version for England for the Premier League. They should have went with the ones the Germans chose. And they were saying, don't pick that one. We tried that in our lower leagues to begin with, and it's crap. But because they're so hell-bent on making as much money out of the English football fan, they didn't give a fuck.
It's a bit confusing, this sentence. Maybe you can make more sense out of it than me. It's perhaps surprisingly just 32% support abolishing VAR compared to 21% who support abolishing the football technology. Maybe it's a typo?
Maybe. Like a lot of people want to take out all sort of digital measures for sports. There's a few of them. Are you
Good
away,
night,
Rosemary?
Rosie, and have safe travels. Give Lewis a clip round here if he doesn't do what he's told. Safe travels.
Hi, Rosemary.
Check in to let us know you're fine.
Thank you.
Cool. Right. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back, folks.
Hello, everyone. I'm not sure where I stand. If they bring in the better version of VAR, I might be on board. Like, I've watched some Bundesliga just to see what their system like, and it's a lot better. Don't get me wrong. There's still people who are opponents against any sort of the video technology. We will get on to Tribich Lincoln. Don't worry, everyone. The amount of work both of us have put into this topic, this individual, it will be getting done. Mark my words, it will be. For anyone in Clacton who might actually see this video, this live stream, I feel for you, I really do. And please, I beg of you, just don't vote for Manfrog. Don't. He's barely there. He barely represents you. And I like the fact that you've called him Nigel Mirage. So did I just see our MP? Nah, I couldn't have done. He doesn't come here. Rather fun. I like. Round of applause. I have not seen my MP in this constituency, at least this part of the constituency, ever. I barely saw her when she was a councillor. She's Labour, by the way. Feel free to go and check her out. Her name is Maureen Burke. Not related to the decent Burkes down in Wales. My Maureen Burke is horrible. She voted for the changes to PIP. She's horrible. You're going to lose your seat, Maureen, with any fucking luck. Who are the MPs who have to deal with what's going to be happening tomorrow, Andy? I feel for them. Or are they unionists?
Probably all of them, because the 12th of July, there's two broad things. So there's the orange marches, which are really noisy. Okay, that's the main issue with the orange marches. They're really fucking noisy, and they're noisy where people don't want them to be noisy because they have no interest in their culture and they dislike it because it's monotone and it's dull and it's creationist. It's not creationist really, but like, who gives a shit?
Don't get me wrong. There's probably
English
creationists who do it.
Like, I don't. None of the stories of King Billy and the Battle of the Boyne have really stuck with me because, quite frankly, it's as dull as dishwater.
No.
The other element of it. Sorry, I've noticed a slight spill. I'm looking at casting around for something to dry it with. It's not really a spill. It's just like, there we go. There's a receipt. The other element of it is the people who follow these marches around, and that's where the real problems come in, because in the areas where people don't want the marches is where the aggression occurs, and not really because of opposition to it. It's because the supporters of the Orange Men know they're not welcome there, so they start a lot of shit just to dominate, male domination or female domination, territorialism. So you get pissing in the streets, drinking in the streets. Sorry to be crude, but that's how it is. Get bricks being thrown against neighbors, against police, litter being dropped everywhere. It's real horrible. And there will be violent riots tomorrow. They won't be, they'll be in small pocket areas. And this happens every single year.
I liked when it was happening last week. So last Saturday was the one that we done. Traditionally, the one for here in Glasgow is the Saturday before the glorious 12th, which would have been today. And they weren't allowed to because a lot of the unionists who live here in Glasgow travel over to Belfast. So they would have been leaving Thursday and Friday, essentially, to go over for the main event, which is happening probably in about 12. I don't know what fucking time they kick off. Morning at some point. So most of them will be already in Belfast, essentially. So last week, when they were walking past my flat, I hasten to add, fuck right off. They do it deliberately. This is majority Catholic and majority independent supporting the area where I live. So there's, over in that direction, about a 5-minute walk from where I currently sit, there is high rises. And a lot of the people who live in there open up their main windows and play Irish traditional music, if you get my drift, rebel songs. And you can see them looking around. I was looking at my bedroom window at it last week, and it's like, you can't pinpoint where it's coming from. I can't risk it. I'm right on the main road, and they'd be able to see me if I open up my windows and put my new speakers outside. I'm not one to throw that
play audio lectures from the teaching company. That's what I'd like to do. Let's get a bit of real culture in those thick bastards' heads. I noticed there's a story has been doing the rounds, and so I've been on holiday. I haven't really been paying attention. I don't care to. Katie Hopkins is here, playing 3 sellout shows staying at the Europa Hotel, been showing up at one of these. So she showed up at a bonfire where there was an effigy of a mosque at the top of it. The police service in Northern Ireland even made a criminal lift. They tried to take down this effigy, and somebody set the bonfire on fire while the police were trying to deal with. So there's already been an arrest. There's a petition into the Europa Hotel for letting Katie Hopkins stay there when she's had form with this sort of thing.
Is the Europa like a mid-price sort of hotel?
No, well, I don't know. I imagine it's probably quite expensive. It's owned by the Hastings Group, but it's a landmark hotel in Belfast.
Yeah.
It's a central, and it's very famous for being the most bombed hotel in Europe.
Oh, is that one? I know what one you're talking about. Yeah. It's just
when I
yeah.
go
So
Belfast
yeah,
City
it's the big
Centre,
Belfast.
you'll see it. So massive.
Yeah.
Europa.
Yeah, I know what one you're talking about. Yeah.
So,
What the fuck is she doing over there? By the way, not all Katies are based.
I
Probably
think
not.
she's doing now. That's what I call racism tour.
I need effigy of Katie Hopkins.
Maybe going to, look for, because she's maybe heard Northern Ireland has fewer blacks than the mainland Britain, so like maybe she can like arrange lynchings easier. Yeah, very strange woman.
I'm a little bit worried that she's over there. I really am.
Yeah, well, she's not what this country needs.
Omaha, I love you desperately. Please be careful. An effigy of Kate Hopkins is relatively fine. Wicker Man for Hopkins might be you. Careful. Some things are out with my hands, unfortunately, especially on YouTube. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. I would just tell her to stay the fuck out of the country. Like both Ireland and Scotland. She can stay in England all she likes.
I would take her on, like, we've got a beautiful Irish sea around, so I'd take her on like a boat trip to the Irish Sea and then push her overboard. Robert Maxwell style.
Here in the mirror group, everyone. Robert Maxwell is an interesting character. You know his daughter. Her name is Ghislaine. Enough said.
Yeah, who'd have thought in the 80s or 90s his daughter would become more famous than him? Yeah.
Don't worry, I keep on reminding I keep on reminding people of who her father actually was. He started. Those in science circles, myself included, might know of it. Elsevier, which is basically So Pergamon, Robert Maxwell started Pergamon Press, and he started buying up reports and documentation, studies into like scientific processes and that sort of thing in the 70s, 80s or something like that. And that was the forebear of Elsevier, who you actually have to pay to get your own research documentation. It sucks. Or you can get it for free on preprints. You have to have access to it. I have access to it, and I'm not going to tell anyone how. But to actually get the physical documentation either loaded onto your laptop, your memory, or an actual physical copy that you can read in print form, you have to pay for them. And depending on what study it was, my ones are usually quite expensive because my degree is in virology and parasitology. Knowing how viruses affect humans, rather important, especially as we mine deeper into the fucking into the world. I hate it. I don't want to pay money to see my own, well, not my own research, but research of people I appreciate who are actually very good in the field. But charging us for that shit. No. So Robert Maxwell started all that fucking bollocks. You used to be able to go to like Science or Nature, which are the premier fucking magazines and research facility that most scientists go to. But up until Pergamon started and all these preprint servers and stuff basically got established, you used to be able to get the documentation relatively cheaply and sometimes even free, because being able to protect the humans might be an idea. Just saying. So Robert Maxwell's already on my ship books anyway. And the fact that he robbed from his pension fund and kind of fell off his boat when he was drunk. Citation needed. I'm still saying he was pushed overboard.
Well, there's a lot of fake theories. Mossad was behind that, and theories that the role that Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein took, that Robert Maxwell held that role before. Fill me in on, pretend I've just landed, right? I haven't read any news all week.
Okay.
What's happened? So Anne Whitcomb has been murdered at home, or?
She has been murdered. A 26-year-old white male was questioned, but he has since been released. So they don't actually have the perpetrator, the murderer, yet. So I think he might have been.
Color.
He was white. Yes.
Yeah, he's white. Yeah,
he wasn't a brown military-aged man. Apparently, he was white, and white people don't do that. Apparently.
And Anne Whitcomb was a nice old lady, surely.
She was a violent fucking homophobe and a Tory. She served in fucking Major's government.
She was an anti-Semite, wasn't she, as well as just like a general racist?
Yeah, anti-Semite, English imperialist, essentially. The word violent homophobe. When I hear the word violent, I think I automatically go to physical violence. But well, you can be a violent homophobe and just use words, because words they hurt just as much as physical damage to the person. Yeah. She hated all of us, like rainbow people, if you wish, LGBTQI plus. She might. I used to think that she would have just glossed over me, essentially, because I'm married to a cishet white man. No. I'm still bisexual. Thanks, Anne. Shut up.
Omaha would like to make it clear it wasn't them that did it. It wasn't me either. I have an alibi, I think, possibly. I hope. Was it you, Katie? It wasn't you that did it?
Last time I checked, I've not even visited Devon, let alone went to where she lives. No.
Oh yeah, she had horses, didn't she? Yeah. Maybe it was one of the horses.
Right, I don't like the fact that someone might end up in stables. Most of the time when this happens, because she didn't have any kids or anything, I don't know if she's got much family left. She was 78. She might have brothers and sisters. I'm not sure. She didn't have any kids. That much I do know.
What if it wasn't politically motivated at all? What if, like,
a lot of people are thinking this might have just been some sort of working class or not disabled, working class, someone on the dole, maybe an addict of some description, going in and trying to rob her. We will find out. Yeah, feel free to speculate if you want to, but until we actually get something back from the police from the investigation, we won't be. And obviously, they don't speak to the press while the investigation is ongoing. And the same works in the House of Commons. They don't actually. They say there it was. They can mention, oh, she was murdered. This is bad, and that's the level that we'll get just now until we get more concrete information and stuff like that. So keep an eye out in the news for Devon Police. I don't know what the constabulary is called down there. So try not to speculate too much though until we hear something back from the constabulary. Really.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm busy. I don't know. I have to at least sort it out. It won't be an Andrew Quincy investigation. I'm not doing a Columbo on it. Just one more thing. Didn't she hate Jews and blacks?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe it was a black Jew. A gay black Jew. We thought
They
about
do
a lesbian.
exist.
I have no Peter Falk. In fact, I don't even give a Peter Falk. Anything else?
When I heard about it to begin with, my mind went immediately to Erin Eve. Oh, he was in her cabinet, I think. He got blown up in the underground car park for Westminster by industrious Irish people, if you get my drift. His car got blown up. They were trying to take her out, oddly enough. You'd have thunk it, people want to get rid of Margaret Thatcher. Never been known.
Anything happening in the news this week? Or politics or personal life?
Andy Burnham's going to get nominated. He's going to be coronated, essentially.
Oh, 5 days, I believe. Is that right? Or is that the clock? I love how the whole Ben Face Farage thing is kind of overshadowing the whole Burnham Starmer thing. And that's a bonus.
Well, for all intents and purposes, Sir Keir Starmer's pointless, wasn't he? Go away.
And as Keir Starmer exits Downing Street, we're going to look back with a retrospective of his career. Oh, no, we've just got in the latest from Count Binface. Clear the desk, hold the front page. It's an hour-long special.
Oh, God, fuck it, I may as well torture myself. Award-winning capitalism. I have to, you know that.
Didn't everyone else hate her, though she hated everyone and we hated her? Yeah, pretty much. It's one of those figures like Farage, the media rallied around her and thought she was a bee's knees, while she was saying the most horrible of things. Just utterly platformed her. So is Laura Kuenssberg on the Laura Kuenssberg show tomorrow?
It's a good question. Who's on? Yeah, she's back from her jollies, I think. Oh, fucking hell.
Must be Jacob Rees-Mogg. Is Anne Widdecombe on tomorrow? And Charlie Kirk?
No, here we go. We've got the Chancellor.
Oh, God, I can't even remember who that is. Oh, Rachel Reeves. Jerry Anderson's Supermation haircut.
It's called the Fabian helmet. And we've got the Shadow Chancellor.
I think it's another type of helmet.
We've got the Shadow Chancellor. On the panel, we have the Archbishop of Westminster, Richard Moth. Okay. Labour backbencher, is it Junior Minister? I can't remember, Miata Fanbula. And Nadeem Zahawi, former Tory and current Reform.
So that's the three in the Bedface I won't be watching. No Mr. Fox.
Oh, fucking just end me. Why have they got Reeves and fucking Stride on? The pair of them can fuck right off. That's going to be fun listening to Rachel bluff her way through her fucking interview. Yeah, it's going to be Laura.
There's no Ben Face, Omaha. We're not.
No Ben Face, unfortunately.
I heard he was doing the media. I heard he was on Newsnight last week, and
for more than that, either check out Kev's or Helena's from the other night, and they cover it. It is rather fun. Kev makes some rather good takes on that one. It's very, very, very fun. Having been faced on Newsnight, it's mad. It's mad.
So yeah, my understanding
influence.
of it. So we got the news in Warsaw the day Farage resigned, and then the trickle down that everybody else was backing out. About the same time, we got the message from Binface of Labour, Tory, Liberal, don't stand, leave them to me. So that sort of all unfolded, and then kind of where I left off was Zia Yusuf was doing the news rounds the following morning, and so was Binface presumably. So,
Oh,
TV debate with Manfrog. I think he won't. He's whenever he's in trouble, he ducks TV debates like anything. And I think he won't go up against Count Binface because he knows he'll just get ripped a new hole. Or does he know? Does he have that self-awareness?
maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
Although the media will want it to happen. They're bound to do their utmost to get a TV debate.
I'll take this. I shall
And
return, everyone. Give me a minute, please.
Knowing Binface is, I mean, he's quite a nice bloke. He's a very sort of, he's very good at playing the democracy game of like going and shaking hands with the enemy as a way to bring them, to bring them in on a level footing. And I think he will do that with, he will try and do that with Manfrog if he's in like same all and Manfrog's trying to make a getaway. Face will come after him and he'll be quite social and pleasant about it to just pull him in before launching a few salvos at him. So I think there's a lot of people who want it to happen. So it's not off the table. I think the only person that doesn't want it to happen is Farage. Oh. So yeah, I'm very, very tired. Dehydrated. Hydrate. Yeah, like I got a really good sleep today. I got about 8 or 9 hours during the day. But yeah, get ready. I'm heading. How have you all been doing this week? Katie has been me. She got a copy of a little pocketbook that I have called Crap MPs. It's like the top, it's like 100 or 80 crap MPs from all across British history, just like a one-page bio of each of them. So we plan on getting like a short list together, or a long list, and just going through them. That'll be quite interesting. I did come like fully prepared to do the stream as advertised before everything went cack. Look, notes right beside me. Yeah. So I might end this stream early, but next week we will be doing Trevich Lincoln again for like the. I know I ended up doing a stream on him before solo when Katie couldn't make it. Hopefully we can delve into a bit more detail than that. And hopefully Katie will get her tech fixed. not drain the batteries of it over the day. Yeah, for Omaha says, I've seen Binface more than Farage on the media since it started. Yeah, it seems to be the way of it since I checked in. I am going to take your Omaha's pinned comment. That is going to be our stream title after I get a chance to edit it. It's a good one. I get the impression someone seriously fucked up to avoid being found guilty. Oh, sorry, a bit lost for context regarding this Farage thing. Did ask Katie to mute her Discord. I hear notification. Bing, 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 bing. Hi. Loaded up with Polish tobacco. A fifth of the price of what it is in the UK. Smoking is bad and smoking is wrong, but maybe ban corrupt politicians first, and there'd be less cancer. There'd be less people smoking too. Yeah. Yeah, Manfrog should kind of be facing penalties by now. Katie, your Discord's going to give me it's ping ponging off my. Oh, look, a very punk rock.
I muted it, I promise. I don't know what I'm hearing here. Give me a second. I'll see if I can just mute it completely. There we go.
Right.
I muted you.
Oh, is mine actually closed?
Here's this.
But I've all my notifications set off. Let's see. Yeah, I'll probably not do an after stream tonight. But Katie and I were talking 2 weeks back about doing like a moving on to Katie's server for an after stream hangout. So that might be a regular feature going forward, depending on how we feel and depending on how you feel. And there's nothing to stop. Well, unless Katie's broadcasting from the Numptyverse channel, there's nothing to stop anybody doing it anytime and just popping into the chat channel for chat. Yeah. Wow, it's very punky, Katie.
There we go. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, it looks really good when it's a mess.
It usually is a mess anyway. Yeah. I've changed from my sort of lovely little top because it is all man-made fibres and I was sweating quite badly in it. These are man-made, but they're specifically designed to stop you sweating too much.
I was telling Katie it was 31 degrees in Liverpool yesterday. Very, very hot. Yeah. It's, by comparison today in Northern Ireland, it's meant to be about 25 maybe. I think it's bouncing between 24 and 27 all week. So
Rejoice, everyone. It's went to extra time.
oh, football, yeah.
Football.
Is there anything you want? Is there anything we want to stream or comment on, or
No, I'm fine. Just take it easy and talk. Easier. I kept on saying in voice chat yesterday, can someone please yeet the sun?
yeet it?
Fuck off.
Just like they did in Liverpool.
Yes.
To the people
Rejoice.
of Liverpool.
To the people of Liverpool. I love Liverpudlians. I've drank with them. They're delightful. They're nearly as insane as some Scots. Nearly.
Omaha's saying we've got a bit of a delay in chat, which I think it's usually common on YouTube, but I thought it was less common on Twitch. Probably because we're running it through Restream before it gets to Twitch and YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going back on. Fucking hell. Ah. Ha!
What's that? What's that?
It'd be fun. It'd be bought by Super Hubby because he is lovely. You thought, there you go, have that. You seem to sweat kind of badly, especially when fiery yellow orb is high in sky. And he is correct. I hate the sun. Look at this. I don't tan. I burn. Then I peel, then I burn again.
Have we got many,
You know,
Katie? Have we many people in, or many people in from Twitch tonight? Because I can't see the Twitch stats.
we don't have anyone in Twitch. Give me a second. I'll go back in. There's no one in Twitch.
Oh, right.
They're not talking.
Oh. Silent.
Huh.
I think if there's a connection problem, we'll not bother because I'm talking about winding the stream up. Soonish, I think I just need to just kind of unwind, maybe unpack a bit, play with some gerbils. Yeah. So hot. Oh my goodness, there's another bonfire. Is that two? Geez, right. I'll take one for smoke. I'll take the camera over. See anything. Oh, balls. Right. Don't know if you can. Oh, of course, I've got this chat window over it, so.
Oh, not Omaha. All right. Good. I'm fine just leaving it.
There you go. You can see a big red dot about the center of my camera. And
Right
that
there.
is a bonfire. Oh my goodness. And there's another one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It looks like it's coming out the top of a house, but it's actually across the loch. So both these bonfires are across the Belfast Harbour. That's where my ferry came in this morning. I can almost see my house from the ferry, which is interesting.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what we could do? Because this stream is a bit dead. I could bring up a gerbil to say goodnight to for us. So
Sounds good.
they've been kind of cooped up this week a bit. Because I did say to my brother who's come over to look after them, you know, he works and he's really busy. So, you know, as I said, look, I'm take them outside to the pen because they don't really have if they escape, they're very hard to catch unless you know what you're doing. So yeah, they've been a bit cooped up this week.
England have went ahead. Yeah.
England are in the lead in extra time. Is that right?
Yeah. Correct.
1-0.
So in 90 minutes ended 1-1. So now they're 2-1 ahead.
So there's a very good chance they'll get through then. There's
Yeah,
extra time was called a while ago. Yeah. Honestly, I don't keep feeling it's yeah.
I get it. I've got Can I actually go and give me a minute? I'll check YouTube. Actually. We're live on Twitch. Oh, no. Kev isn't live. He must be watching it in the pub.
Actually, I'm looking at the position of my mouse, and it actually looks like my genitals are at the moment. It's so happy accidents. It only happens on stream. I'll just leave that there in case there's a few single ladies through that are thinking, oh, he's pretty attractive, and I like the way his gonads have a kind of a glow disco thing going on. Disco balls. I'm here all week. I've got fuck all else where to go. Still doing it. Still doing it.
Omaha, my comrade, you're my top fan, apparently. Yay. On YouTube. I have my chat up now. So if any sort of idiots come into the chat, I'll just bonk them. Be gone. Mind you, in saying that, I think most of them have given up because when an opinionated Scottish woman says to them, no, you're being a fucking idiot, they kind of go away. I still ban them.
Yeah,
none of your anti-vax
Omaha says you're not broadcasting on Twitch, which was what I figured out about 5-10 minutes ago. But, yeah.
I'm still live on YouTube though. Any sort of thing I can do with YouTube, I appreciate. I need to get more people. If you can get anyone to join, just even to subscribe to me, they don't need to follow or watch me or anything.
Well,
just get them to subscribe to get the numbers up.
I noticed you had however many subscribers you had. It was ending in 99. So did you get the wonder? Did you?
The last time I checked, I had 224 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh,
that was about a week ago, though.
Oh no! You must have got 299. Let's see.
British public more likely to prefer Count Bin-Face wins Clacton by-election than Nigel Farage.
Oh, well, I don't know how this started talking.
Published by Ipsos. In a hypothetical forced choice head-to-head, one in
I dropped my phone at the pub when I was texting Stephen O'Brien, and it sent him 6 giant emojis of bananas. Let's see. You have 100. Oh, you've lost a subscriber this week, Katie. You have 198 subscribers, so we can figure out. Let's try and get you 2 more in the next 24 hours. Let's try and make that happen.
Oh, hello, Clyde
I'm
Cast.
sure we can
Welcome
do
back.
that. Cloudcast, hi.
Ah,
You all right?
Shooting P's going through my knuckles. Just ignore it. Right. Yeah.
So let's do some prophecies. I think let's prophesy some political events with our massive mind powers. Count Binface killed Anne Whittingham.
See again?
Binface killed Anne Whittingham. That's going to be a thing. And also, we'll take Clacton, I think. And if he doesn't, an earthquake will strike Clacton. It'll fall into the sea. It'll be Clacton in the sea. Somebody will pull Rachel Reeves' hair on the Laura Kuenssberg show tomorrow. Maybe Laura herself.
I'd love to see that. That'd be funny.
The special buzz you get from 2 horrible women fighting physically. Yeah, I'll take that.
Mm.
How do you think tomorrow's
let's
going to go?
see. For award-winning Kerbalism. Same old, same old. And what's happening in your neck of the woods? Same old bollocks, really. It is kind of depressing at times. What's the council like for the area?
So same old bollocks.
So bollocks.
It's quite in there. Well, it's quite a large area, Ards and North Down Council, which covers about like 20 different towns. It's quite a big area, and part of Belfast as well. So, yeah, Belfast is split between I think 2 to 3, at least 2 councils, Antrim and Down.
Like we've got the largest council here in Scotland. The largest in Western Europe is where Kev, our Brummy comrade, lives. That is the largest municipal government essentially in most of Europe. It is mad. But Glasgow's the largest one in Scotland. Like the size of population and the area it covers, the largest geographical one is the Highlands and Islands, which is basically most of the northern part of Scotland. It is vast, like many different like pockets of populations, essentially. Like the main part of the population are across the central belt between like Glasgow and Edinburgh. Kind of north of it and kind of south of both of them. So that's the main bulk of the population is here in the central belt. But yeah, the Glasgow Council back in the day used to be more preferential for people doing those little marches. And since we've had better either Labour or SNP administration for the council, they're actually starting to crack down on the fucking bastards. Like there's always a police presence when they're doing their silly little walk, their silly little march and stuff. And they've actually said, if you're not going to clean up after you, we're all going to fine you anyway for it. So what they suggest is hire people or get people who would be part of the walk anyway to actually clean up after you. And if there's any sort of argy-bargy, we'll just lift you wholesale. So they've actually started self-policing for a change. You can do your little march and stuff, but if you're going to start kicking off again like you used to back in the day, we're just going to arrest all of you. At least
Right,
that's something.
nice.
Oh,
Okay.
no, most of us, we can't be arsed with it. No, we're trying to just live our lives and actually protect our households, funded and shit like that. We didn't need them nosing off like that. It's tedious. It's just tedious. And the violence that spills out from it. So the two main ones are basically an Old Firm match, Rangers against Celtic, and the marching season, if you wish. That's where most of the RG comes from and stuff. And most Glaswegians say, no, fuck off. We don't care. We can't be arsed with it.
This is what I've heard. Yeah, it's good.
Oh no! Don't test us. Seriously, just don't test us. We will. If you start kicking off, we're going to try and correct you using physical means.
When Scotland gets independence, Northern Ireland Unionists are just going to go caca. They're not going to understand. Well, they don't understand already, but they'll be like in their faces and that. Right, I'm going to go and get my stream gimmick. I will be back with a little 4-pod creature for you.
I will need to suggest that one to so lovely a member of the community, Emily Dawson. Praise be Emily, she is amazing. I will need to tell her that one. That makes me giggle. She would agree with you, Omaha. No loss. Sorry, Clacton. I feel for you, I really do. But you did vote in Manfrog, for Christ's sake. That man is grifter, like the grifter. He doesn't represent you. He's barely in the fucking House of Commons, let alone Clacton. He spends more time in America or on GB News. He used you as a way to get into the House of Commons so he would have legitimacy when he runs to be Prime Minister. And I will keep on saying this until my dying breath. If that becomes Prime Minister, I'm going to be in queue and buy and shovel myself. Mark my words, I won't fucking do it. Trust me. I ain't wanting that as my Prime Minister. No. Manfrog, fuck off. You do not represent me or Scotland in any sort of fashion. Just be gone. I did check out your local area where you're from, Omaha. Don't worry, I will not dox where you used to live. Yeah, there was a little bit of RG in your neck of the woods. Who'd have thunk it? It's mad, isn't it? That sort of nonsense kicking off where you're from. By the way, Omaha's Glaswegian. He is from here. He doesn't live here in Glasgow anymore. He's somewhere else in the UK.
We have little monkey for you.
Hello,
monkey.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, she's a good girl. Mm-hmm.
Ow. Oh. How are they coping with the recent
Yes, so
loss and other?
we had a bit of trauma. One of the gerbils died quite early, and then the day that was about 4 days before I left. The day before I left, Monkey's friend Kosh got into a fight with Monkey's other friend Scooby, and I had to take Scooby out of the tank. So it was quite hard. So with Scooby being separated and Squirrel dying, and then me disappearing for a week would have been quite hard on them. I heard Kosh tried to escape a few times, didn't she? Yes. So apparently they've been quite well behaved. And if you use Discord and you go into the GIFs and you type in monkey gerbil, you might be able to find a little picture of this one climbing upside down in her tank like a gorilla. Yes. It's a good girl. It's a good girl. Climb up.
Oh, there was some possible news. Watch this space. Your lass might be getting on Normal Island.
Say again, Katie?
I might be getting on Normal Island. I might be. Watch the space. You might actually see me on Turn Left.
Turn left. Oh, right. Interesting. That would be quite a coup.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I'm an opinionated Scottish woman. Everyone wants to hear me.
Oh, where are you going? Where are you going, little monkey? Where are you going? Come on. Come on.
How old? How old's Monkey?
She's maybe about 2 years, maybe. Pretty, or maybe not quite 2 years.
I had hamster. Everyone. My hamster was named Worf because Star Trek. And my first, the first hamster that we had was basically a household pet. So me and my two sisters and my mum, we used to look after our first hamster, which was called Nibbles. Guess what he done?
Stay with me.
I like that name. But my second one, my one, was called Worf. Because, obviously.
Oh.
My middle sister wanted to name my hamster Data because that was her character. I understand that. I liked Worf.
Come along, little monkey. Come along.
Did you have pets growing up, Andy?
We had I'm pretty sure we had a couple of hamsters, guinea pigs, but there was always a dog in the house. Yeah, always had a dog growing up.
She might have lived in my grand's round the corner, but my first pet was my golden retriever. She was called Honey. She was lovely. I loved her so much. She managed to get to the ripe old age of 19 or 20. The arthritis got too much for her and she had kidney failure, so we done the humane thing and basically put her to sleep. She was knackered. She actually outlasted the last everyone in our litter. She was the youngest and she was considered the runt. Fuck off. Honey was amazing. I loved her. But the other ones that Honey, the litter that she was born into, two of them went on to like crafts, they went to exhibition shows and stuff like that. Honey was a litter of 9, so Honey's mother, dear God, that poor mother doggo, and that was her third litter, and all of them had multiple births. Like her first litter, she had 6, and both her second and third litters, she had 9, so 18, 24 in total over like 7 or 8 years, essentially. I can see why Honey's mother was fucking knackered. She didn't even get to 15 before they had to put her down after having all those puppies. They all had the same sire, they all had the same dad, because he used to win competitions. So Honey was born the same year that I was born. So 1979, if anyone's curious. I was born in the March, and Honey was born in the January, a couple of months older than me.
No.
Miss her. She's been dead for the best part of 30 years at this point. Still miss her. My sister has a dog. It's a Jack Russell. She is called Lily. She's starting to warm to me, finally. Plus, my sister's partner has a lizard. I can't remember what type it is. Is it a bearded lizard? I can't remember. His name is Rocco. He has a rather large tank underneath the window in their living room. I think he likes me. He likes sitting on me, on my shoulder when I go to my sister's. Thank you, Rocco. Much appreciated. You look amazing. Lizards are awesome. You know, if I could, I'd want to have a marine iguana, but they're fucking massive. And they're protected anyway. Type in marine iguana into YouTube and you'll see some really cool videos of marine iguanas. They're awesome.
Oh, I've got a little brown object on my nice white shirt.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Careful.
Excuse me, don't be doing another one. Don't be sitting on it. Yes, that's right. There we go. That's what a belly is for. I'm gonna call it a night with the stream, Katie. I think I just need to catch a bit of more wind down time, second sleep, and I will on a second poo removal. I'll talk to you all next week when hopefully we'll be back with some trebbage, and yeah, probably pop up in streams during the week. Katie, you'll be doing your like 3-4 days a week streams.
Yeah, I will be doing Laura K tomorrow at some point, or today. Today I'll be doing Laura K because I need to. Please remember, everyone, before he became Shadow Chancellor, and when they were in government, Mel Stride was the head of Department of Work and Pensions. He worked in Caxton House. He's a Tory. I hated him as Department of Work and Pensions nearly as much as I hate Pat McFadden. A man so odious that he wouldn't be able to win a seat in his home city. Wolverhampton East he represents, which is down in Kev's neck of the woods, essentially, Wolverhampton. Yeah, Glasgow won't vote for you, Patrick. Honestly, we won't. Just stay down there as far as we're concerned. He was a junior minister in fucking Blair's cabinet. The man is a monster as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, one of the Labour Together smear the Canary, smear Corbyn bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pat McFadden, I hope you lose your seat.
I got right, folks. So good night from me and Kitty and Little Monkey. And
night, Monkey. Night. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, get on chatters, viewers. Make this. Yep. Yep. Blow kisses of gerbil germs.
Bye, Andy. It has been awesome as always. And we'll talk about doing Tribbage in a week.
Go beans. See you then.